My name is Kylie Mitchell, and I'll be discussing the proposed developmental project for the Liberty Mutual Claims Office here in Chandler, Arizona. Just some background on this. Every year, team managers are required to complete developmental plans for each of their direct reports. However, these reports do not have any say in what the developmental program looks like for the next year. It's just what the team manager believes should be the proper trajectory for them. So the problem with this is that the employees of the Liberty Mutual Claims Department have a desire to expand and improve their knowledge and skills, either through mentorship programs or furthering education, but they lack the direction and guidance it requires to do so. Over the last 3 years, the claims office has actually tripled. We've gone from a smaller organization to about 120 bodily injury adjusters. We've also made the business decision to close 2 offices in California, as well as an office in Oregon, and most recently, within the last few months, an office in Seattle. This is actually good for the Chandler office because it moves the work from all of these other offices down and gives us opportunity to continue to hire and grow the organization. But because we've restructured everything and added a whole bunch of adjusters, the organization was left with gaps in a key element that employees value, which would be their career development. Liberty Mutual has long prided themselves on promoting within. With the tripling of the office, it seems that a lot of people lack the guidance to further develop themselves. This is an important element if we wish to remain a top 5 insurance carrier. So why is this considered to be important? The Chandler adjusters will be more qualified to promote, whether it be within injury or in a different department. In the injury department, we have a succession of grade levels ranging from new adjusters that have no experience all the way up to senior adjusters, and it is a big deal to actually be promoted up into these additional rankings. This will also give us more overall knowledge of the industry. There's so much to know about the insurance industry, and it will only help in your progression in your career. This will also earn the Chandler office recognition countrywide as the office that chose to pilot this new project, as it would change the way that we do everything. There would also give more opportunities for mentors and subject matter experts, and it would produce timely and appropriate plans that everybody would agree with, not just the team managers. So is there a solution to this? What I devise that we do is we create a developmental club to work alongside managers to help the employees who desire to pursue further education, whether that be insurance related or business related, or a mentorship sign up to receive the specialized tools to help them succeed. So we aim to create this development club in 2 sectors. The first one will be the education, and the second will be the mentorship. Upon sign up, each person will be able to choose whether they'd like to participate in both parts of the developmental club, or if they would just like to participate in one portion of it or the other. One really good thing about Liberty Mutual is that they are really good at making sure that if you want to further your education, you have the tools to do so. They have great tuition reimbursement programs that cover your undergraduate, your graduate, or your insurance designation desires. So part of the education program of the developmental club will focus on insurance designations like the CPCU and the AIC. These are extremely important in the insurance industry, and actually all of our senior leaders have one or both of these. The second portion of this will also focus on your graduate degree, as every adjuster that is in the Liberty Mutual office in Chandler has their bachelor's degree. So this will more focus on the graduate degree portion. It will assist by setting up study sessions, answering questions, and just provide an overall support system. As someone who has just recently gone through the graduate degree program alone with no support system, It's been pretty difficult to make sure that I'm keeping myself on track, and it would have been really helpful to have this when I first started going through this program, just to provide an overall support system so that I continue to be motivated and don't drop out or lose focus in this course. And the way that we would choose the leaders of this would be based on their achievement. So likely somebody who already has their CPCU or their graduate degree, how much interest they show in the development club itself, and recommendations will need to come from management on this one. The second portion of the developmental club will focus on mentorship. No matter how confident we feel in our roles, there's always something to be learned, which is why mentorship is important. And it's important to note as well that both mentors and mentees have a lot to gain from each other, from each other's perspectives. The mentees get that extra experience, and the mentors really learn leadership, and they can still gain good perspective from less experienced adjusters who are maybe taking a different approach to how they manage their claims. So there will be several areas of development for this with assistance from management. Individuals will be identified who would make great mentors, and they'd be matched with participating mentees. We would also invite other departments to come and participate in order to get people interested in other opportunities, as well as provide a platform for networking. So here in the Chandler office, we have claims, we have sales, we have customer service, we have recruiting. There's all kinds of different departments, and it would be easy to contact somebody within these departments to have them come speak to the developmental club, as well as have them attend because they may be interested in switching fields as well. Liberty's goal is for people to make this a career. So they want to motivate employees to stay as long as possible. So obviously that would be fostering people's thoughts and wanting to go into other departments in order to make this a career, say if they don't want to stay in claims. Now, the mentorship leaders will be selected in the same way that the education leads are selected, and that will be by, based on achievement, recommendation, and overall interest in the program itself. So this is the stakeholders quadrant. Up in the top left-hand corner, we have Matt Weisel, who is our field manager, and we have Kristen Cater, who is our claims manager, who is right below him. And we have other managers in the office that are not on the project. In the top right corner, we have Bill Hardiesty, and he's our claims manager. And we have a team manager, Chris Quick, as well as his fellow team manager, Jennifer Fairfax. And they will be the manager overseeing the different parts of the program, so the education versus the mentorship. In the bottom left, we have employees that choose to not partake in the development club. And in the bottom right, we have development club members and developers. Here we have our communication plan. As the stakeholders from the previous slide have various powers and interests within the project, the communication plan looks different for each. The frequency of updates vary based on their involvement, and the developmental club has closer timelines for their communication efforts. So for the claims manager, we're going to want to have monthly emails with updates and the option to Skype into meetings. For our normal team managers, we're going to have a verbal report once per month, an email report once per month, and the option to actually attend the face-to-face meetings. For the development club itself, the leaders will host meetings twice a month. They'll update assigned managers each week and communicate with the project team leaders. The Chandler office will have the tier huddle meetings to announce each quarter what the changes are and if there's anything new to the projects. Friday fun emails for updates, and we'll make sure to make the designs pop so that people pay attention. So this is the proposed project timeline. As you can see here, it looks like we have broken everything out based off the project charter, which will be myself, as well as revisions and meeting with management for approval. I'll also be handling stakeholders' potential leader meetings. Myself and our management will handle leader selection as well as project initiation. Down to project definition and planning, scope and goal planning will be the development team. Communication plan will also be the development team. Status and tracking will also be handled by the development team as well as monitoring. I will do the project updates as well as the project performance with the managers, and the project objectives will be done by the developmental team. The pink will signify here the specific meeting dates. The green specifies the duration of time. And many of the initial meetings you can see are going to be pretty quick as we want to get the desired interest quickly. And this is the Gantt chart because it allows us to see details about each task as well as project dependencies. Finally, we have a work breakdown schedule for once the teams have been selected. The various responsibilities and general guidelines of the work will be shown here. So project prep is brainstorming ideas for development, triaging the brainstorm list, approval by management, making necessary adjustments on the development club idea and the rollout program to the Chandler office. The planning will be preparing the presentation for peers, interest for leadership of the education and mentorship roles. We're going to discuss with management potential leadership candidates and hold meetings with the new leads. The education program portion, initial meeting and set expectations, check in with the overseeing manager, of course, and take initial ideas and narrow in on a curriculum. We're going to present proposed curriculum to management, adjust as management sees fit, and garner interest for the educational club members from individuals and managers. We want to make sure that we're setting expectations with the education team members, and then we'll roll out the program. For the mentorship side, the initial meeting will be where we set expectations. We'll check with overseeing managers on the ideas presented. We'll narrow in on a curriculum to present to the management teams. We will present proposed mentorship curriculum to management. We'll make adjustments as necessary. We'll garner interest for the mentors and mentees with the help of the management and individuals, and then we'll roll out the program. In order to follow up, we will attend the education and mentorship meetings when held. We'll host meetings with the overseeing managers to see if adjustments are necessary. We'll present to management the status once per month. We'll report to stakeholders what the club is working on via email to keep things transparent, and we will monitor to track success. So this has been my proposed program. I feel that I'm pretty qualified to propose this because I am the team lead for the continuous improvement here. And I really think that this would be a great idea as a developmental project. Thank you very much.